All right. So today we're going to be doing more of the Twitch chat game. We're going to be... Yeah, just moving along. Moving along. So, I realized one of the reasons why I was having a problem with the keyboard yesterday, with shortcuts in particular, was that I had set up my mapping on the computer. Can I buy the mountains? Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? How's it going, Dev? One of the reasons why I was having shortcut problems yesterday was because I was using a Mac keyboard on my desktop, and I had to manually remap Alt and the Windows button. So that was causing some problems. And we're back. We're back in business. So now I got to remember, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So yeah, Alt and the Windows key were flopped. That's why I was like, does Control D not do anything anymore? It does. Or not Control D, Windows key D. But anyways. I might put on some music today. I don't know. But we're going to do some research here. We're going to do some research. We're going to look up stream avatars. Maybe on, maybe on the YouTube. Oh my God, I can type. Okay. I like that my recommendations are just completely broken again. This is just complete nonsense. Stream avatars. And let's just see how they do the sprite stuff. Wrong audio.
Used for Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook gaming, which pretty much allows your viewers to have a little avatar that appears on the bottom of the screen. It allows you to do battle royales like you see on screen, and a whole bunch of other different things that we're going to be going over in today's tutorial. So first things first, you need to download
Just lately on stream, this YouTube is just unusable. I don't have this problem if I'm not streaming, and it's not an upload issue. Let me do a speed test.
OBS Studio or Streamlabs. It'll work on both applications. Once you do that, you need to purchase the actual application, which you can get from Steam, and it's about $15. The Stream Avatars Extra Upload, that's to be able to download more avatars because it does come with an 18 megabyte upload limit. If you so
Totally
happen to need it.
artificial
Once you have
limit.
your broadcasting software downloaded and Stream Avatars downloaded, chatters, somebody's watching your stream, the announcement link set basically auto-populate a URL that appears in your stream. If you're up to you how you want to do that. Delete the application. This is our man right here. Now, while we're on this, you press continue. On your OBS canvas size, I usually have it the same size so it scales proportionally. Save settings, totally up to you how you want to do that. Delete data images. This will of course delete everything that you set up on this application so far. So our channel is connected. We have our general.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube because my downloads are at 300 and my uploads are 20 megabits. So we're fine. So I don't know what the issue with that is. I got a couple of clean your rooms I got to cash in. Maybe I should get rid of that or make it cost more. I don't know. I should be getting. There should be some notifications for the bit exchanges as well. I got to get the camera set up so I can play the arcade game. Can you tell me, Dev, if I go sit over there, can you tell me if I zoomed in the camera, would it show me? Let me go see. Now you're gonna see my hunched back. you see, baby? Might be able to. This might be enough. Let's see. We'll zoom in. So if I do that, hell yeah, we could do this like this. I could just wear my lapel. I look like my the uncle I don't like visiting is visiting. Yeah, I've got a lapel, so I can wear a lapel, and then you should be able to hear me fine. So we could do that too. Let me just get it. Let me get the setup set up, and then we'll see how it sounds. So here's the lapel. So let's just try it out real quick. And then I could use my laptop to look at chat whilst I do this. And I think this could work. This could work for a little 10-minute or 5-minute break. Just a game of Pac-Man break. So let me get this on. So we'll tuck it under like we're professionals. Put it over the top. Go like this. Lapel is lapelling. Then we turn on this F2. I'll turn off this mic. And then now, no, wrong mic. Now this mic, there we go. So this is the lapel. Levels could be, let's see, do we have any gain on? No, we don't have any gain on. No effects running through. There's left and right. Let's see. This mic seems a little, perhaps if we go like, is this better? This is a little better, maybe? If I'm pointing straight up, this sounds a little worse than if we go across like this. So if I go like this, let's see. There we go. That's okay. Why does it sound so like something on the mids? There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. That's okay. How's that sound? So if I wear this, it's a little hot. Let me lower the volume. If I wear this bad boy, and I'm just going to play a round of Miss Pac-Man. We'll do a test. It'll just be me and you at the arcade. So we'll put this up here like that. And I could just get 2 cameras set up, and one's just permanently pointing at Miss Pac-Man. Okay, I can't have my headphones on while I'm doing this stuff. All right, let's give it a shot. So I'll come over here, turn up the volume. I'm rusty on Miss Pac-Man. All right, not bad. Good start, good start. I wonder if the sound of the game is coming through okay. All right, doing good.
Okay, here we go. Ah! No! Dang, too bad. Alright, that's the only life you get. Notice how the ghost eyes continue to move even after you're eating them. Now I'm going to wait for them to start heading back to their home locations. But I might be able to end it right here. Woo! Not bad, not bad. Alright. This is quite a break, though. I don't know how long this would end up taking everything. Oh, did you see he did like a... They're mad. They're out for blood. So when you do get a pellet, when you do get one of the power pellets, their moves are set to random. It feels like you can anticipate their movements a little bit differently as a result of that, but. Ooh, that was a close one. That was a moment. Oh god, I'm in a hairy situation here. So, okay. No! Alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, here we go around. We'll go quickly, quickly. Ah! I lost it. I was doing so good. This is embarrassing. I'm not going to get past the first board. No, 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 no. We got time. I just want to get that score up. That's all I really care about. Alright, that's a little better. Okay. I should get my laptop so I can see what the chat is saying. Let me catch up real quick. Very quiet back there. It's like a real date in the 80s. It's coming through crisp. Okay. Here we go. Cool. Well, then I can play arcade games. So we could do that as like a little break thing. Because I wouldn't mind doing that. No! Oh, I set myself up for that one. Woo! Gotta get that fruit. Alright, not bad. I forget how many flashes it is. It's a certain number of flashes. Okay, not bad. Alright, here we go. So that is my high score up on the top there, but I don't know that I'm gonna get it. Just cause oh god! I really set myself up for that one. One thing that happens for certain, though, when they turn into ghosts, or when they become edible, is that they change their direction. So that's something you can kind of count on, right? There is a logic to their movement as well, that once you... I might die right here. Oh, God! Alright, we're clear. Run! Ah! Okay. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Oh! Not bad, not bad. All right, back at it. Let's get some work done. So yeah, I can start to do that as a reward.
That'll be cool. That's exciting. Cool. Yeah, and then I can get other games set up on it too. But I'm really rusty. I used to be pretty good. So just gotta get back on the horse. Oh yeah, I gotta set the camera back up. Let's do that. We'll do that. I'll set up that reward, and that'll be fun. That's cool. Arcade game as a redeem for channel points. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I think there's a certain number of blinks, but it just gets faster and faster. But I think it starts to cut down to eventually the power pellets will literally do nothing. Okay, so let's get this sound back out here. Oh yeah, I turned this down.
Go over to the Steam Workshop. This is where you're going to find all of your avatars for your stream. Once you find one that you like, all you have to do is press the download button, press continue. You wait a little bit. You'll be prompted with a screen. You press continue. And then you should see the success and then the avatar application in which you installed. So to check to see if it worked, we can go over to connect. Since we only downloaded one avatar application, this is our man right here. Now, while we're on this screen, if you press the disconnect button, it'll of course disconnect you and you'll go back to your settings page. Press connect again. We'll go back to the actual live application.
So the avatars come off the Steam Workshop.
This controls your background. So you have some pre-installed backgrounds that you can use. You can install other ones through the application as well. Over here in the quick access, if we click on this allows you to control the size of your avatars. You can change the size of the name.
Okay, there's a scale.
You can control how many names stack up against each other when you have more avatars on the screen. Chat bubble scale is for when viewers chat in your stream. There's a chat bubble that appears above the avatar that's theirs. So you can control the size of that as well. So if we close this, we have a whole bunch of icons. So this first one, the hand gesture, this basically allows you to pick up avatars if you want to and throw them around the screen. Present icon, this allows you to give gold to any viewer that you want or gift items that you can customize your avatar with. The speaker icon allows you to control your master volume for the application.
So I don't know how that works with Steam and doing.
There's a pretty cool interactivity. Slingshot tool allows you to shoot avatars across the screen. These blocks allow you to place custom blocks on the screen, and then this green monster icon allows you to spawn more avatars. This star icon generates stars that your viewers can
do 60. I don't know why
use the jump command, and if they hit those stars with the jump command, they get a certain amount of gold. And then this last one is a pin, so you can basically just grab the avatar and pin it to where you want. All right, so before we go any further, I'm gonna show you how to set this up into OBS so we can test some of the commands. What we want to do is
Okay. Well, let's see if there's some docs for stream avatars. I'm just trying to get an idea of how other people are doing this in their applications. So I kind of just want to get a feel for it. Application settings. There are quite a lot of docs here. Okay. Content creating avatars. Here we go. So we'll just see. Sorry, I'm doing some research today. I hope that's okay.
Art content for stream avatars. This video is for you. This video will cover avatar and gear sprite sheets,
video buffering, as well as video buffering and video buffering. This is something I almost want to think that it's my my internet that's doing some sort of throttling, because I never have problems with YouTube, but all of the sudden, do I have some sort of like extension going on that's causing this? IG downloader, remove, desktop for Instagram. I don't even use that. Microsoft Power Automates. Maybe these things are doing something. We'll remove these. We're going to keep the Bing and Bitwarden. That's all we really need. Let's refresh and see if that helps.
If you are looking to create your own art content for
Negative. Okay. There's nothing else I can do. It's just crappy. I've got enormous downloads right now. Again, this problem only seems to happen when I'm streaming.
stream avatars, this video is for you. This video will cover avatar and gear sprite sheets and avatar palette.
There's a bunch of little things I can get rid of right now. Like this iCloud Photos thing. This can go away for now. Power Automate can go away. I don't know why that's complaining. And iCloud won't let me. I don't want to dox myself. Come on. All right, fine. You know,
a sprite.
let's just try a different
Pixelated.
browser. Let's see. You know what else? Let's just check to see if there's any updates on this thing. About Brave. Checking for updates. It's acting weird. It's acting very weird. See how long that's taking? What is it? Edge? Is that what it's called? Yeah. McAfee. Thanks, McAfee. Why are you doing that? Okay. We'll try Edge.
How to kill all mosquitoes.
How to kill all mosquitoes.
Looking to create your own art content for stream avatars, this video is for you. This video
Yeah,
will
it's something
cover
with Brave right now.
avatar and gear sprite sheets and avatar
All right, let's just. This is weird. It's even stuck on checking for updates. Let me try. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to YouTube and then we're gonna turn off.
If you are looking to create your own art content for
Block scripts. Maybe we turn that off. I don't know why.
if you are looking to create your own art content for
That seems to be not helping. Okay. Let's just turn it off completely.
This mistake is costing Amazon Prime shoppers big.
So that's what it is. It sees the ad blocker and then YouTube's throttling. I bet that's what's going
your
on.
own art content for
No. What the fudge? Something with Brave.
stream avatars. This video is for
Oh, there is an
you.
update.
This video will cover avatar and gear sprite.
How embarrassing. All right, we're going to get this down. An error occurred. Checking for updates. All right, fine. We're going to download. Here's what we'll do. We'll download Brave again and install the latest version, and maybe that'll take care of it. Because she's acting weird. How come you don't talk to me anymore, Brave? You should know what's wrong. But we don't talk. If I have to explain myself... But Brave, baby. Oh. Okay, so this is still going. Pay no attention to this. Oh, it crashed. Le crash. Okay. I'll come back to that. That's me doing other things in the real world. Okay. Installation complete. Warm liquid goo phase. All right, so let's open up Brave again. Personal. And how do we check for our latest version? We go to About Brave. Nearly up to date. Okay, and then we relaunch again, apparently. And what's new in Brave, bro? Okay. Now let's go back to here. See if it's any better.
If you are looking to create your own art content for Stream Avatars, this video is for you.
Let's turn on shields again.
If you are
shields
looking
up.
to create your own art content for Stream Avatars, this video is for you. This video will cover avatar and gear sprite sheets and avatar palette swaps.
Sprite sheets.
A few recommended art programs are Sprite, Pixel Edit, Photoshop, and GIMP.
And
we'll be using Sprite as an example. A single frame of this sprite will comfortably fit into a 64 by 64 pixel box. It's smart to leave a bit of padding for animations.
Okay.
Most art programs have a grid feature that can be found under the View dropdown.
Okay.
Adjust the grid settings to have the width and height of a single frame of your avatar. In this case, it is 64 by 64.
Right.
Make sure there's no remainder space on the height or width. Crop your sprite sheet to be the correct size.
No remainder space. Why do you think they would need that?
As you can see, most of these sprites are out of position from the grid. We have to reposition them to fit correctly in their frames. Unless you want the avatar to float above the ground, you will want to position the avatar so that the feet are touching the bottom of the frame. Next, you have to position your sprites horizontally. To accomplish this,
okay, so we want them on a grid.
64 by 64. Then click Apply. If you want to adjust the size of the avatar...
Okay, so they have each row of tile map, let's call it...
You can change the scale.
They use for different animations.
If your avatar is considered pixel art, it is recommended to keep the scale as 0.5, 1, 1.5, or 2. You can adjust the speed that each animation...
Okay, so let's go back. It looks like they are dropping frames.
It is recommended to keep...
Okay, so you can assign the number of frames you want. Okay, I got you.
You can adjust the speed that each animation plays and also change the name of custom...
I'm pretty sure the Stream Avatars is a Godot app.
...animations. There are advanced options for controlling how the animations behave, such as how many times an animation will repeat, whether it returns to idle when completed, or if it targets another avatar. Creating gear is similar to creating an avatar. Create a new folder with the name of the folder, then put your newly selecting a frame and using the arrow keys to move it around. If you want a gear piece...
Okay. We got it. I got an understanding here.
Ooh, what is...
All right, so let's close that out and let's go back over here. Hey.
Can I ask your opinion on something really quick?
Sure.
A second. The box came and the ice is all melted, and everything was like kind of cold. So I'm home with them again. Do you think this would be okay to feed Penny?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't feel cold enough.
I don't know what.
They
How,
were totally melted.
right. Mm-mm.
And
Probably
I don't
not.
know how long they've melted. So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna cook all the meat up for pinning and freeze it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's look at the. Here's our settings, right here. For now. So if we look at the tab container here, and we were to set the active tab to, so we've got our stream connections thing. That's fine. Let's see how they do connecting. Poo Stack, how's it going? How do they do a connection to, let's say, Twitch? Login details. This will already be set through the install wizard. Steam Workshop, where you can download community-made content. Okay. When launching Stream Avatars for the first time, you will be presented with an install wizard to walk you through the steps of setting up. If for some reason you do not get this prompt, you can revisit the install wizard by navigating to blah 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 blah. You can browse the various blah 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 streaming service. Twitch, allow multiple platforms. Authentication, channel OAuth, bot OAuth, check authorizations. Let's see somebody set up. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, we had a bit of rain today, so I couldn't do as much yard work as I wanted. But weather's nice. Overcast. It's nice and cool. Creating avatars. So there's a Lua scripting API. Oh, this is cool. So they have an extension. That's too far ahead for us. I'm going to work on my repository structure. Separate save scenes and resources from scripts and such. Nice, nice. Very nice. I finally got to catch Mariano's stream, which was cool. Let's see how... let's just check YouTube and see how YouTube does stream avatars, Twitch setup. Just see how it works for...
I'm going to show you how you can set up Stream Ever. Go to Steam and we buy Stream Ever. Really intimidated when you start. What we start with is viewer spawning. What this means is here, which can see limited viewer spawn is 80. This means there's only 80 characters allowed. See spawn after 300.
Okay, so that's not...
Is going on application just to be channel, and then you have, and it's going to confirm which, for this example I'm going to use YouTube. It's going to open up a browser source for you, and it's going to confirm which profile you want it to access. So let it authorize, then you can go ahead and close that browser. So
okay.
You see
So we do need some sort of web end if we were going to do that. Okay. Wouldn't it be nice? Reminds me of that YouTube video of the kid singing and his voice, he's singing super high pitched and his voice drops. Like, I don't even know how to search for that. Okay, see, O is on my middle image with my index. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, I'm getting used to it. Singing voice drops. Here it is. This one.
Ooh, baby, I've been stuck to you like glue, baby. Wanna spend it all on you, baby. My room is a G-spot.
This movie. It's a good one. It's a good one. I'm a big fan of the Coen brothers, like in general. Hudsucker Proxy and Lady Killers are two of my favorite films. I'm doing good, Redstone. All right, let's stay focused here. So if we just we have to split up the animation stuff a couple of different ways here. Okay. Oh God, Redstone. How many? Tell me what. So let's create. We're gonna do a reward for so that I can play the. I did a test today with Devro at the start of the stream, actually. Playing Miss Pac-Man. So let's set that up. I actually have to use the restroom. I'm going to be right back. Okay, so when I get back, here's what's going to go on. We're going to set up the Miss Pac-Man reward bits thing. But then on top of that, we're going to set it up so that we can give, from now on, the way we're developing this is we give it the sprite sheet that we want it to use for the animations. And a hydrate reward for Poo Stack as well, which means I need to go get a bottle of water. So I'll be right back. So what is with the hydrate reward? I just worry that it's... Oh my god, I walked away and look at what happened. He's a be right back screen. I know. I need a manager. I need a stream manager. I don't even know what is the theme? Aimlessness? The hydrate is just an example. Like, what do you mean then? I don't know what it means. All right, let's see about, let me go to my Twitch thing here. And how do we set up? I used to do all these crazy animations and stuff, and people got all mad about it. But my camera would like zoom in and zoom out and do all this, like, it'll move around and everything, and everyone's like, no! Posture checks. Oh, that's good. Okay, let me... where do I go? It's not settings, it's creator dashboard. Viewer rewards, channel points. Emotes, rewards, here we go. Closed reward campaigns. Okay. Drops emotes. Channel points. Settings. Where do I add? Where do I add the points? Roles. Oh, here we go. I just don't know what to charge for everything. Miss is it with the dot? Miss Pac-Man. Break. Try. So beat. Miss Pac-Man. High score. How about just Miss Pac-Man high score? And then we'll say, try to beat, try to make. How much should we charge for this? Dude, like 2,000 or 5,000? 200 seems really low there, Redstone. I'm going to be just playing Miss Pac-Man all day. We'll at least have it be 1,000 for now. All right, we'll do 2,000 to start. We'll see what happens. And we'll say Miss Pac-Man. Pac-Man Man. Can I just grab this? Would I get in trouble if I just grabbed Miss Pac-Man? What did it download as? Ugh! Is it not a PNG? Should be right in here. It must be a PNG. Okay. How is there no... Is this not a PNG? You know, it'd be cool if you told me the file type that I'm downloading. Is it because I'm not adding .png to this? Do I have to resize this MFR? Ugh! This kind of stuff is way easier to deal with on the Mac. Like having to do resizing and... So now I'm in Paint, but do I lose the transparency if I do anything here? I don't know. I have not... There's no tools here for me to do anything. What if we open with... Paint can't do. Okay, we're gonna open it up in Krita. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, right? So the canvas size needs to be square. So let's fix that first. I have to do each size? Are you kidding me? Is it 54 or 56? It's 56. And then 28. Not 38. Out of curiosity, can I do my 112 there? No. So we do need a cooldown. Redemption cooldown is 1. So every hour we could have this redeem. Create. Okay. So it should be there. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Poostak, about some sort of thing. It can be some sort of in-joke or something. I kind of want there to be like a typing test like thing where I just take a typing test, and because I want to get better at that. So I kind of want to do that. Is that kind of like what you're saying? Yeah, the test speed of typing, which is going to be embarrassing for a very long time, but I'd love to clip it over time and hopefully see some improvements. Yeah, let's add that. I feel like I should do the same thing at 2000. It'd be cool because we could all do it together. Maybe we could even start like a typing group. Typing test. Do you guys have any recommendations for sites? Wordle of the day. That might be embarrassing. Help me increase my WPM with a typing test. But Wordle just once a day. Yeah, Wordle's a once a day thing. Do something like that. That'd be fun to do some interactive thing with everybody. That's another good point. Typing So the website, this is going to be very embarrassing though to start for sure, because I have the split keyboard now. What is it? 10 Fast Fingers. This is the one that I think I have an account for. Do you consent? Would you like to know more? I think I made a website for this. Maybe this Type Racer. Type Racer. Pit stop. Okay. Let me log into 10 Fast Fingers. I think this is the one where they focus on mastering where each key is to begin with. So let me see. I can't log in. I have such... There we go. So there's this typing competition. Who can type faster? Create a game. So no one would be able to see the competition unless you share the URL. Email or password is wrong. I signed in. Why is it acting like I didn't sign in? Wow, their UI is awful. Okay. So that sent me an email confirmation. So let me just get that really quick. Sorry for doing this all off stream. That's so weird. I had a login for this already. Okay. All right. I'm doxing myself right now. Okay. Typing competition. Create a game. Private. Start a typing competition. Sorry, but you have to complete at least 10 normal typing tests to create a typing competition. All right. So here we'll set that up. So I'll start with 10 Fast Fingers, and then we'll see if we can go from there. So let me... Sites used. Okay. And I guess we'll have some sort of a cooldown. This one again, I feel like I shouldn't do this. It's super fast. It's like a 2-minute test. So we could do that, and we'll do another 2,000 and go with that. Okay. It's game related, kind of. It's self-improvement. Any other ideas, let me know, guys. And let's get to work. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it up so that we can build out the animations. So if we went to the player and this, we have all of these things here, right? So these are custom to this particular game, but we're going to use this for everything. So can we save this? So the animation's under sprite frames. So that's what we need to save to give to this. Let's think about this. Let's look up sprite frames. Let's do a little bit of reading here. Animated 2D. Okay, so animated. Animated sprite 2D. Using a sprite frames resource. Animations are created using a sprite frames resource, which allows you to import images, files, or folder to provide animation frames for the sprite. The sprite frames resource can be configured in the editor vary the sprite frames. Sprite frame library for an animated 2D or 3D. It contains frames and animation data for playback. Adds a new animation to the library. So we can get animation names. We can get the frame count. Add a frame. You can set the duration per frame. Frame duration. And it's a multiple. It's multiple. Yeah, it's a multiple. Interesting. Okay. So we're just going to use Godot's tools and pass this stuff through. So the first thing I guess we need to do is specifically delineate our animation, the animations that are going to exist. That we would then look for as rows in a sprite sheet. Add animation. And then this just plays. Okay. So we kind of need to be intelligent enough to know, like, if we're to split up, for instance, what I'm trying to say is, if we look at our player sprites and we do this, we slice it like this, right? We need to be smart enough to go, these are empty. So not only do we need, it's probably going to be a texture thing. So this particular thing, right. So if we tell it these values here for the so what is this? Let's go back. Animation, texture, duration, add frame. Okay. Okay. We'll add type eraser to the list, Pooh. I haven't ever heard of it. Let me add that to the list of typing. We'll just try a bunch of them, figure out which ones I like. Can I add top brands? Apparently I had this that I could have been doing for people that I didn't know about. So I need to be paying attention to this space. Okay. So we do need the equivalent of these settings here. We don't want to do this. We want to do this. Then all we do is we take the texture we're given and we slice it up that way. Let's go back and look at stream avatars.
If you are looking to create your viewable in the avatars and gear panel, less than 10 frames per animation. If you keep under 80 by 80 pixels and to have less than 10 frames per animation. If you keep the avatar sprite simple, it will be easier to add customizations. Now that we are finished with the click Open Folder, select the Avatars folder, then drag and drop your sprite sheet into this folder.
We can do this better.
After clicking Save and Reload, your avatar should be viewable.
This whole
in the
thing, this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that needs to be done better, that nobody does
Avatars
better.
and Gear panel. For width and height, put the same values that we use for the grid, 64 by 64, then click Apply. If you want to adjust the size,
Look at that.
64
Even in this example, they have an error pop up that
by
they ignore.
64, then click
Error. So this.
Apply.
Okay. I just think this is
If you want to
funny.
adjust the size of the avatar, you can change the scale.
And they didn't address it in the video. They just kind of ignored it. They didn't address what was going on there.
If your avatar is considered pixel art, it is recommended to keep the scale as 0.5, 1,
So this is another interesting thing, is you're not able to see what this is doing.
1.5, or 2.
I know why it's there,
You can
but I don't
adjust
think
the
most
speed
people
that
would.
Each animation plays and also change the name of custom animations. There are advanced options for controlling how the animations be.
Okay. Okay. We're going to take the same concept. Let's start building the interface for that first, I guess. I made some changes here, apparently. Let's undo them. Okay. So, on our settings controls, we'll just add a tab. We'll have a tab. We'll call it something. So let's give a margin container. And this thing is going to be called we need a name for this stuff. For now, we'll call it avatar. But it's going to have to be something different. Let's make the focus container avatars for now. And this could end up being somewhere else. I don't know. Then we're going to start thinking about the interface here. We're going to have an import button. We're going to have button. Bouton. A bouton. There's a bouton. And this one's going to be called imports. Bouton. And this okay. And we're just going to stay at the top. Let's get the margins where we want them. Cobalt. Long time. It's been a while. Oi. How you been doing? 20, 20, 20, 20. All right, now we're spaced out how we want it. So we're going to have an import button here. Now this is the kind of thing where on the dialogue we could set the, because they're doing this interestingly, like so.
Each animation play. If your avatar is considered pixel art, it is recommended.
How are they even? Oh, they don't even have an import, so we're going to be ahead of these guys already.
Should be viewable in the avatars and.
Okay, so they have no import, so already we're +1 for us. +1 for Gryffindor. And then they have an apply button. I'm halfway through the second book. I've never seen the movies, except for the first one, because we finished the first book. But there's like, so far, really the only two classes that I know anything about are Gryffindor and Slytherin. And the other one, there's two more, right? So, like, I'm reading them with my daughter, so it's taking some time. It's going to take a little time to read things over. Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, yeah, I don't know much about, like, everyone's like, oh, you're a Hufflepuff, or, oh, yeah, I don't know. I just know Gryffindor and Slytherin. That's all I know so far. Like, as far as, like, any sort of intimacy. Is enabled. Save and reload. Open folder. Oh, that okay. So they're saving it in the file system. Is enabled. Is enabled. You don't need this. Just enabled. Allowed gears. Palette editor. Oh. Watched all the movies first, then read all the books. Do you wish you did it the other way around? Nah. The movies are fun. Yeah, I'm having fun watching them. They're little cute little kids.
For width and height, put the same values that we use for the grid, 64 by 64.
Okay. I think we're going to do this a little differently. Because on import, we're going to get the information about the file. So we're going to know its dimensions already. And then what we're going to say is we're going to allow them to do slices. So they could plug in the width and the height if they know it. But then we could also do the slices just like you would do with... And that might be good for people who don't know this number. Like if they're just importing something and they don't know it. So let's say, let's just start getting what we need in here. We need a La Bleu. Let's give it up for some La Bleus. H-box container. H-box. Why are we down here? Aria, how's it going? So we're going to add some La Bleus and some boutons. No, there are going to be some inputs. What are we doing? Line edits. Line piece. Line piece. Does anyone know the reference? Width. Right. And let's compress. H-box. So we're going to do a H-box inside of a V-box. Line piece. Line piece. Everyone's like, what the hell happened to Cricket? He lost his mind. Hang on. It's a really quick video. It's a cute one. YouTube Tetris God. It's an old College Humor video. We'll put it in the corner here. Loud? Is it too loud for you guys?
Tetraces, master of blocks, weaver of fate. The time has come for another round.
Yes, how shall we begin, my lord?
L block.
Yes, L block, the perfect first piece.
We stand in awe of your eternal wisdom. Square.
Oh, as you wish, my lord.
Hi, Denaldi.
Shall he nestle it into the bosom of the L block? Or will he leave it room to grow?
Reverse L block.
As you wish, my lord.
Difficult, my lord, but I believe this mortal can handle it.
T block.
Rather cunning, my lord. If this mortal is wise, he won't... He undershot it.
Squiggly.
My lord!
How dare you question his methods?
T block.
The playing field is random and jagged.
Square.
There is no place for a square, my lord, and it's only the first level.
Squiggly.
You wish to toy with him? To torture him for what?
Reverse Squiggly.
The ultimate test of faith.
T block.
Only a master of dexterity could rotate a T-block in time.
It is done.
Reverse L block.
We've left the column open for the almighty Tetris.
Oh, another line piece and its glory will shine upon us all.
Square.
Oh, here it comes.
T block.
Just one more moment.
T block.
No, he is punishing this mortal for his hubris.
Reverse Squiggly.
Give him something, Lord.
Reverse L block.
Give him anything!
L block.
Oh, yes, of course, he could use that to plug the gap, but then the column would be
unusable.
Oh.
Line piece. No. Line piece.
Lord, you have forsaken us all.
Line piece.
What a cruel and angry God!
Line piece.
We've all been there where it's like, no! It's like Nam. It's like a flashback. It's like a triggering thing. Suddenly I'm 7 years old again, screaming at the TV. I actually lost it. I've been playing Minecraft with my daughter, and I lost it. I've never gotten upset at a video game with her before, but we were so deep in a mine, and we lost a bunch of stuff, and we kept trying to go back and get it, and I kept dying because there was like 30 mobs down there, and it was just so frustrating. And I was just like, ah! Like, I totally lost it. It was good times though. But I need to, we did play today. I could have streamed it, and I don't know why I didn't. I kind of just wanted it. I don't know. Sometimes, you just, I think it's just me and my kid. I don't want to have to share that with everybody all the time. And I'm really trying to impress upon her, like, if we do stream together, like, please, because she can read and everything. And I think people don't realize that. And so they'll say things in chat. But in the first world I played with my sister, there's a gravestone marking the spot where we first lost a full set of diamond armor. Oh no! And lava. Yeah, I have a world that I made with a friend where we did that same thing. We marked like on a momentous occasion. That we were doing something insane. We built an underwater glass dome. So it was a city underwater it was like a glass enclosure it was like Atlantis, right? And then we made a floating city that was like way up in the sky. And that was before the new height limit, the new height thresholds in Minecraft. And if we did that now, it would be even more amazing because you could do some really incredible stuff. But you need to find the just the right spot to do it in. And it was not on creative. That was the other crazy thing about it. It was like legit survival mode to make it happen. It was insane. I prefer doing builds that way though. I think it's I don't know, something about it, because I do like the standard game loop in Minecraft on top of just the creative element to it. Okay, so we've got our import button. We've got a width and height settings here. Let's see if we can have this button do a prompt for us. What is button group? What the hell's this? Button group. And maybe it's not just a standard button. Maybe it's a special. Maybe there's a special button that we need. Let's see. Base button. And is it like a browser? Let's search file. File dialog. So that's what we want. Dialog for selecting files or directories in the file system. What happens if I do this and then we just run it? Nothing. So we do want this to pop up. Okay, so, and I guess we could have it underneath. That seems fine. Save. We want to open a single file. And we could say, can we say file system? Show hidden files. We don't care about that. And so OK text is import. Dialog. Close on escape. Open file, but there's no way to say specific filters. Here we go. Can we do like .png? Is that how this works? Let's see. Let's look up file dialog here. And add a filter. Comma delimited file name filter option to the file dialog with an optional description which restricts what files can be picked. The filter should be of file name dot extension, where the file name and the extension can be star to match any string. Filters starting with dot, i.e. empty file names, are not allowed, so it would be asterisk dot png. And a description of images result in images. Okay. So it's a packed string array. So this is kind of weird, the way that this is set up. So the first line here would be, so like if we did dot, like star dot png, and a description of images will result in so PNG. All right, so then if this comes up, all recognized description, cancel, import file. So example, a filter and a description. Add filter, so that we're not A filter should be the form of file name dot extension star and a description. Images. So if I do this, let's run the scene. So we have this up here, all files. Root subfolder, file, cancel. Is it not file dialog that we're looking for? Let's look at window. Accept dialog, confirmation, file dialog. Dialog for selecting files from the directories or file system. Path. Okay, so if we run this again, we have no way of browsing. For real? Here it is. Is there seriously no browse with the built-in Godot? How embarrassing. Is this something... Open a file. File mode. Access resources. User data. File system. Root subfolder. We don't care about. Let's get rid of this. And we'll try it again. Wow, is this really... Wow, that leaves a lot to be desired. Man, that's embarrassing. Okay, well then, here's what we'll do for now. We'll have a line edit that is the path of the file, blah blah. So import file, and then the rest of this stuff can go in another line here. So cut, and we'll do another hbox. Okay. Yeah, UIs. This stuff is going to be interesting because this will be something I'm gonna be tweaking a lot. Because there's just like a certain look and feel polish that is lacking, that I'd like to see. Anyways, so let's push this one out if we can. Can we set to expand? Layout. There we go. Okay. So let's get the file import stuff at least worked out with a button. So we'll call this import. This one is going to be the file location. Import file label. Am I doing that? Am I giving them the names of the... No. I'm just saying import file, which is fine. Okay. So we've got our file location. We've got import. I just want to say thanks, everybody, for being here. In case I haven't said it recently. But I appreciate everybody viewing the stream and watching, and I like that it's kind of, you know, the same faces, so to speak. And, yeah, it's just a friendly... The chat, a lot of lurkers. Yeah, thank you, Poostak. A lot of encouragement. By the way, shout out to my Discord. I don't plug that, generally. So we'll do Discord. Mariano's here. Nice. Yeah, Mariano, by the way, Mariano's doing kicking butt. I was able to finally sit in on a stream. Ah, we're going to do Miss Pac-Man. Let's go. The little pop-up didn't happen. I set up a new pop-up for the redeems. All right. Hang on. I just got to get my laptop so I can see chat over there. Maybe I could do it on my phone. No, but my phone goes to sleep automatically. I'm going to go grab my laptop, and then we'll head over and do a Miss Pac-Man real quick. Try to get a new high score. All right. Be right back. This is much better than cleaning. All right, let me just get my laptop set up here real quick, which actually won't take too much time. And then we'll get the lapel on. Mudbound, how's it going?
Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Looks like we're hot. We're hot. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Looks like we're hot. We're hot. Let me mute that. Okay, now I'm going to get the chat going on my laptop. I'm going to head over there. We're going to play Miss Pac-Man real quick. Let's do it! How do I pop out the chat? Old man learns Twitch. Shout out to Mudbound. Shout out. Give me a second here. Mud's working on a Pico 8 game. He streams as well. And I need to shout out Mariano. Mariano's working on a Godot NES emulator, which ties into L's stream, which is going to be tonight. He streams on Thursdays with his friend, where they're making an NES game from scratch, a legit NES game from scratch. Okay, so how's that look? We're zoomed in. That's pretty good. Okay. All right. Let's go. Get over here. Ugh. Hopefully you guys can see the screen. Everyone can see everything okay? Mathroom's rating with a party of one. How's it going, Mathroom? Oh, wait. Hang on. We got to change the... What am I doing? Hang on. Coming back. Let's get this on the big screen. There we go. All right. Mathroom, how's it going? What are you working on? What's going on? Ugh. I'm going to try to get a new high score in Miss Pac-Man real quick. It's the lonely. How did it go for the rest of your stream today? Mathroom's working on an erotic film with a collection of well-known movie stars. It's presently, he's kind of stuck at an X rating, and he's trying to get it through the review boards, but he's having a lot of problems. Okay, let's do this. You guys can see everything okay? A little early. Normally I get all 4 on the first round here, so we're not doing as well as we would hope to be doing. I might not even get the fruit. Oh, this is embarrassing. Bad form. There we go. So there's a little, an interesting thing about Miss Pac-Man from a design perspective is how much thought was put into certain things on it. There's a bit of coyote time when you're going around corners. A little too close for comfort. Oh boy. Oh no, not like this! Oh well. That was embarrassing. The volume is getting janky. Alright. It might be the batteries on my lapel. I gotta kite them. All right. Is it okay now? Ah! I'm trying to look at chat and play is very difficult. Okay, so that little ding is extra life. Got to do a little bit of cleanup down here while it's safe. All right, not bad. Yeah, that's the batteries. I gotta get a charger for my. I've got some DC chargers for the batteries. So. All right, we're halfway to the high score. Whoa, halfway there. Oh! I cracked myself up. Whoops. That was a poo-poo move. Oh boy. Oh, that's too bad. Should have gone up. Static increases when I move. Okay. Well, I'm doing okay. Dev saw me do the first round today, the test round for this, and I didn't do. I don't know. It's hard to judge. I'm rusty. I'm rusty on the Miss Pac-Man. It's been a long time. Whoops. When you go make little mistakes like that, it's embarrassing. So the ghosts come out at a certain point amount, but there are those things change over time. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Sorry to hear that the audio's not at the best, so I'll work on that. So one thing that happens when you get the pellets is the power pellet is they change directions. Ah, that was embarrassing. A little bit of panic. Oh God! Oh, what? Okay. Ah! Not bad, not a bad run. All right, let's get back to work. Not a bad run.
Yeah, so I've got to get a new battery for the I left this on as well, so that probably didn't help the sound either. So I actually turned that off like a moron when I came back. But yeah, anyways. So that's a cool little thing I want to do for the streams every once in a while. Right now it's set for every hour that can be a redeem in the chat, but I don't know. It's nice. It's a nice little break. All right, let's see. So we're going to import a file. That file is going to come in as some sort of texture that we're going to use so that people can use their own sprites for the game. Much better reward than cleaning. I don't know. The cleaning reward I feel is a good one for me because otherwise I'll never find an excuse to get this room cleaned up. But it's still better than the way this place used to be when I was in the other room. When I was streaming long time ago. Okay. So we're going to import a file. That file is going to become some sort of texture that we can use. Or at least a... yeah. So that's what we're going to do for the import code. It just shouldn't be redeemed at mini cricket times. I wonder how easy it is to control that kind of stuff, like turn that stuff on and off. And if it is, then it'll be like, I can't do it right now, so it'll buffer. Yeah. Thanks everybody again for hanging out today. It means a lot. All right. So we're going to grab the file, bring it in. Now we could pull it into... sure, sweetheart. That sounds good. Why can't I hear anything? Oh, I keep changing the wrong volume. Did I miss? Yeah, math room with the raid. Appreciate that. So I guess it'll come in as like a texture. And we'll just do it by... I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Like if the user of this puts a file on the computer somewhere and we go, okay, let's pull that in. And then they delete that file, that's going to screw things up. It could point to a live file that could be useful for them to be able to edit things and see the changes immediately kind of thing. But there's almost no difference than having a browsing and finding a file and choosing import, leaving that location in here, and then every time you do an import, it just creates another. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to, the import itself is going to create, okay, I got it. So let's go over to our settings resource here, and let's take a look at that. Thank you so much, banana bread. my beautiful wife, ladies and gentlemen, off screen. Banana Bread, Miss Banana Bread.
Thank you so much, Banana Bread.
Denelli's got a lurk. All right. Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna add a resource here, and so this will be a part of the file, and this resource is going to be the I don't know what to call this stuff, like the player. It's not even player. Sprites sheet. I guess that's what we'll call it for now. And this will be a resource. So it's a resource that'll hold a resource. And oops, a doodle. Okay. Then still trying to get used to things here. Okay. So when we choose the import button, we're just going to do a couple of checks and make sure everything's cool, and then we're going to set this to be the data from the file in the settings resource that'll be saved in the user directory on whatever OS they happen to be on, based on all that structuring, whatnot. So let's get that going then. So I guess we're going to go over here and excuse me, we need to have some sort of connection to the button. So let's give it a unique name. And then same with file location. Those are two things we care about. And with buttons, we have a signal button on pressed. Okay, so we're going to say, let's start building some structure out here too as well. I don't know what comments, how do you do, I guess that's just a comment. So sprites, I guess. And then we're doing imports. And this is pressed. And so when it's pressed, we're going to perform something. Double generates documentation when you search the docs. Interesting. I might want to set things up so that I can document, because like for instance, Stream Avatars has this website with all these docs here. I might want to be able to do something like this stuff in here, but it would get pretty noisy, so I'd need to be able to collapse it if I ended up doing it that way. And press doesn't pass anything, so we can just get some imports code in here. So import I guess it doesn't really need to, yeah, because we're going to want to do some checks. See, this I can do better. Oh. But why am I inlined? What if I do a capital O? No. That pushes it down. So capital is above and lowercase is below. But what if I want to do a new line? Cinemas presents. I guess I still have to just do that. Okay. Func import. Good God. So as my self-improvement quest, I also have a redeem for doing a typing test. And that will so if file location, and what do we get from here? We get, it's a line edit right now, so we're just going to get text. Okay. So let's just test this really quick. Whoops. Ah. Go like this. And okay, we're not hitting the brake. And we're hitting the brake. Okay, good. Good. Let the hate flow through you. Oh, yes. I'm afraid this code is fully operational. Let's see. Import file. Blah, 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 blah. So we need to actually... I guess we need to use the file system. File. Is it just file? What is this? Oh. That's dope. Yeah, I'm used to doing, for web dev, I did a lot of, I don't know what you call it, like inline docs or whatever. Like, yes, I'm going to say PHP doc, but was it PHP doc? I forget. There was some syntax that you would use, and, yeah, like if you're doing, is it just file open? Is that what I'm thinking of? File access. Here we go. Let's look up. Just doing a little bit of research here. Anything that inherits from resource, for example, image, native image data type, which can be converted into an image texture, commonly used image processing method. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna load a PNG that we get. So we'll use a resource loader. This seems good. So we'll do a couple little quick checks just to be sure nothing happened between the time that they browsed and found the file and then they hit the import button. So what we'll do is we're going to go back to everything else as well, and we'll use file access to make sure that this thing exists, although maybe resource loader will give us an error back if it's not happy with. So if we do a load, no, it just returns a resource. So then, yeah, we're going to use file access. Is there like an exists? Open is open. File exists. Okay. All right. So we'll do we have to create a new inherits? Okay. And this exists returns a bool. So var exists equals file access file exists % file location dot text. This will change over time. Mariano, let me ask you a question here. The file dialog, nickname, have a good night. Disengaging lurk mode. Right? Is that he's going off to his own shuttle. Have a good night, nickname. All right, cool. I must. The pills will activate shortly. All right, sounds good. Now we don't necessarily want to use an assert in this example here, but we will say for now we'll just continue down the if exists. Then we keep going. And then we're going to use resource loader. And I feel like I'm already getting I'm getting the hang of the home row. It's coming. It's all coming back to me now. There's a few like weirdness, like normally my I'm having a problem with ins and O's and where the period is. But we're getting there. Whoops. And then we can do a load. So then we're going to load this into, this is where we need to do, so how are we going to do this if we have a setting change? Bind temp settings, setting changed. But it's for a resource. Oops. Signals changed. Emitted when a resource is changed. Usually one of the properties is modified. And then there's emit changed. So, and then we'll need to bind. Okay. So we'll say here, percent, and this is actually, it's not even, yeah, I might be overthinking this. I think if we say, okay, I think I got it. Load returns a resource. So, let's go. Am I not on here? Oops. Var. New sprites sheet equals resource loader load file location dot text and not declared. So we need to do var resource. I guess we can just call it new sprite sheet. But it returns. Oh, you know what? I spelled resource loader wrong. That explains it. Then we say if new sprite sheet because in theory it could be null. Then we set temp settings. Oh, I see. That's fine. Temp settings, sprite sheet equals new sprite sheet. Okay. Let's set a break at the start of this, and we'll walk through the code, make sure what we're kind of expecting to happen happens. Okay. So we're going to... we'll use the Miss Pac-Man image that I had earlier as a test. Let's load this up. Load these settings. Window. Go over to downloads. And then we got this Miss Pac-Man PNG we could use. So how do we copy the path? Windows makes this real easy. My God. Here we go. This will give it to me. Copy. And put it in here. And then hit import. Okay. Now we hit the break. We'll just step through the code. So, so we're line 31. So var exists. We set it. It's true. And if exists, we set new sprite, which is null. Line 35. So we did not get new sprite from resource loader. What I'm wondering about is, do I need to do a new? It's a singleton, so I shouldn't need to. So I should be able to do. Now maybe the problem is the path. Do we need the path to be passed to it in some friendly manner? Because maybe like if we were to look at let's bring up the file location data. So if we went to remote and we looked at our settings here, and where is it? Here we go. File location. It does have this, but we didn't escape anything. I don't know. I mean, that looks like a decent file path to me, but it might be that we need it to be something else. Okay, let's keep stepping through, and we're over. So, yeah, presently we're not getting this to work. Let's run it again, and we'll paste the path that we have, choose import, and we're seeing... file access exists is true. Let's do your standard print. But we know it's okay. So again, I gotta wonder. Path exists. Path. Let's do that. Oh, so we could use exists on the resource loader itself. So we don't need to use file access. Oops. What's going on? I'm in some weird mode. Wait, we could do delete word? I didn't do the whole word because I didn't have the whole word selected. I don't know. Was it at the beginning of it? Don't know. Resource loader. And then we just use exists. So we know it exists. I guess we don't even need to throw this in a variable if we're going to do it this way. So we could just say, oops, I end up in the wrong button press hellscape if resource loader exists. Then we do all this other junk. So we're trying to load it. So we'll see what resource loader says about it this time. Put in, oops. I'm going to get the directory again. Can we just cheat and drag it in? Let's see. No. Properties. Dinner will be ready in 1 hour. Warm liquid goo phase. Import. Okay. So we're at line 29. And line 31. And we're over. Okay, so resource loader. If you have to import the files into the engine first to load them, use load. Right. I'm hoping to store this as a resource inside of the settings. So that's why I wanted to use resource loader. I mean, I guess we could just do that. Right. Okay. So then instead, Normally I wouldn't nest ifs like this, but I'm going to be returning unique error messages if we need to, based on specific things here. Okay. Oops. Okay, so new sprite sheet is null. Again. What the hell is not working about? I wonder if it's something about path that we don't. It sees that it exists, but the minute I use load, it's saying no. It's this. Returns a resource from the file system located at the absolute path. So if we're not doing resource, let's go file path. Let's look up file path again and just learn again. There we go. So when I copy and paste this, what's the file path look like? So that's wrong. This backslash needs to be a forward slash. So I wonder if I use file access. Will file access do that work for me? So that's part of our problem. No, there's no property I can pull from it. There is get path. Returns the path as a string for the current open file. Get file as string. Okay, so for now, I'll just do a rewrite of the... Where is it? Is that finger? Is it you? It's you. File path. And if it's file location dot text, and then there's probably something in a string we can do. Strung. I've been strung about. string. Is there a place all occurrences of what inside the given string with the given for what? So dot, and is this a return of value? No. So replace. Whoa. Oh, that's annoying. And we're going to replace any backslash, and we're going to turn it into a forward. Or is this technically a backslash? I've heard it argued both ways, that it's based off of where the slash starts from. God damn. There we go. Gotta escape the string. Unterminated string. Yeah. Still mad about something, though. Do I have to do it? Oops. God, good gravy. Unterminated string. Do I have to do it for... Is it the backslash that's messing up? There we go. It's the backslash. Well, it's just for testing. The way that I'm getting it right now, according to Godot, this file pathing needs to be going the other way. So when I'm... Oh, no worries. So when I'm just grabbing this from the Windows file system and putting it in here just to test, it's the wrong... I believe this is a / technically, right? Because it's from the top down. And then it needs to be a backslash. I could be wrong. I can't remember. I know it's a pedantic thing. It's like, yeah, HTTP : // So maybe I am wrong. I remember somebody arguing that with me one time, and I was very, very confused. Okay, so now we have the file path the way we would like it. And I guess what we could do is do this after we know that there's a value in. So put it here, like that. Then we see if file exists. It's the one on the numpad. File name, file path. Oops. Can I go up? No. Okay. Then we can try the load. Let's give it a shot. Bring this up. And, yeah, we yanked it from the... We yanked it! Properties. Ah. Oh, it's not. Thanks. Might also be another reason why it wasn't happy. Right. Well, then I like resource better because resource is a static. Let's try it with resource again. That works too. All right. Let's try it again. And it's going to be mad about this again. Miss Pac-Man. Properties. Windows. Copy. And let's bring up the menu. Okay. And we go down. All right. File path is now going the correct orientation. Resource loader exists, and we crash out. Oh, okay, so we can't. Oh, darn, it's so frustrating. I do wish file access was. Okay, fine. It makes sense though because you keep files open, so it makes sense that it's not that way. So var file access new. And then we can say file exists, which seems redundant. I'm going to be honest. File exists. See, because you end up doing something like that. Function new. Not found in base file access. Are you sure it's not a singleton? It's ref counted. Object. So it is an object. File. Doesn't look like we have to, but if we do exists, file exists. So open will return a file. Exists is just a bool. I think we're okay. What the hell did I just do? So let's try. File access, file exists. Okay. Let's try this again. Criminy. You just don't give up on something, you know? You're almost there. You're climbing the mountain. Just keep going. All right, there's our path. Hey, we're in. New sprite sheet. Load is null. God. Okay, but that's for resource, right? So we need to do we need to do file access load. Because this is out in the wild. Out in the wild. Okay. File access. It's not load for file access. Oops. Oops. It's open. Open. Right. I need to shortcut running Godot. I got to stop doing this. I need to get a thing going. What's their problem? Read. Do I have to tell it read? Too few arguments if we do straight open. So we do need to give it read. Why do they have this example here if there's too few arguments? God, this is super inefficient. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Oh, okay. So we've got an object. Now we need to get this thing into a resource, or we can just copy the file over into the user directory. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Okay, so we've got it. It's an object. It's a file access object. Store is like writing. Get as text returns the whole file as a string, UTF encoded. Oh shit! See, this can screw things up. I'm trying to use load. I'm not having a good time with it though. Last time I tried it, it didn't load. We'll try it again. Profits, how's it going? So like last time, so I did load, and then it's not loading it. Thank you. Are you sure load can load outside of the project? Because isn't load the same as trying to use resource loader, which you just said couldn't, resource loader can't, almost sure. Because if it's just the same as resource loader, then it can't, it'll have the same constraint, right? Returns a resource from the file system located at the absolute path. Unless it's already referenced elsewhere, such as in another script or scene, the resource is loaded from the disk on function call, which might cause a slight delay, especially when loading large scenes to avoid unnecessary blah, 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 blah. This function is a simplified version of resource loader, so this isn't going to work. Yeah, but I did try it after that, and it still didn't work. We'll do it again, but it's not working. So we'll save with load and we'll run it again. How did you stream today, Profits? Profits. Oh, let's do some shout outs. I'm going to shout out Mariano while Profits is here so that he can give a follow if you'd like. Mariano is working on a NES emulator in GDScript. Ah, I did it wrong. Mariana. All right. Mariano. There we go. And Profits is he's steadfastly working on a kind of a it's like your traditional classic sort of D&D style game that you would have played, but with like, you know, all the modern accoutrements, but those kinds of styles of games that you would have seen back in the day. All right. Ooh, so we bombed out right away this time on file exists. Even though, let's run it again. Maybe I had a floater. Is there like a hanging, is there some sort of hanging Chad here? Okay, so here's our file path. That looks legit to me. There's no like extra spaces. Then we check if it exists and we're out. It says it doesn't exist. That's so funny because I wasn't having this problem before. God, this is annoying. So I was wanting to use this, Mariano, but am I correct in understanding that file dialog does not, like it doesn't give me a browse interface here. So if I give it something, it doesn't even like. Well, right now, I'm not even getting a correct file exists. So I don't know. It was working and now it's not. It's acting very strange. It's wigging me out. I don't like it when things like that. It starts acting that way. Give me a second here. Let me make this a little easier on myself. Before we keep going here, I'm going to get a notepad out and then, no, we don't want to do settings. Thanks, Windows. When I type in, you suggest settings. Is that seriously the best you can do, Windows? Man, what a time to be alive. Ugh. Okay, we're going to break down this problem a little bit, one step at a time here. So exists. Say file access, file exists, right? Then we're going to say if exists, then we do this other thing. And I'd love to be able to just tab. It's not going to let me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are all things I'd like to do, but I just want to test one thing, and it's turning into that, you know how you get down that rabbit hole of why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And you're just trying to do that one thing. That's what's happening right now. So file exists is true. Then we're trying load, and we don't. And yeah, for now, for import file, I could just set the value or on file location. For now, I'll just throw it in there. So that's what I'm seeing with just straight up load. If I use file access open, we're getting success with that. Okay, but yeah, for now I'm just trying to get the loading going. So we can't. It doesn't appear that we can load outside of Godot's world, i.e., the user directory or the resource directories when we're using load. So I do believe we have to use file access to get the file. Then we've got to put it into. We've got to somehow be able to get it into the user area, right? So if we have a file, it's an object, then we could do a, see, it wants to open. If it doesn't exist, how do we create it? Used to permanently store data into the user's device file system and read from it. This can be used to store game data or player configuration files, for example. Specified data paths documentation. Okay. Accessing files in the project folder, the user directory. Yeah, Windows stuff. Gotcha. Okay, but how do we... We're so close. So close. File exists. We have the file. We can get it as text. Gives us a string. That's something. Open. Store. Store string. Appends line to the following. So what if we did file open for something that doesn't exist yet? Like this. File access open. I think this might be our trick. Okay. So we're going to load it in using file access open. Then it's going to get mad at us because we don't have how do we say it? File access read. Okay. So now we have it open. If it exists, now we have it in memory. Then we say file var user sprite sheet equals file access open, and we're just gonna go user : / sprite sheet .png, and then we're going to say come on, Pinky, file access right. Okay, then we go and we say Um, appends a line to the file followed by the line return character encoding of the store line, store string. Append string to the file without a line return, encoding as UTF-8. Stores any variant value in the file. Store buffer. Stores the given array of bytes in the file. So open returns the file access, which is what we are. Flush writes the file's buffer to disk. Flushing is automatically performed when the file is closed. This means you don't need to call flush manually. See, it doesn't feel like it should be this hard, which is why I think I'm doing something wrong. But get buffer length returns the length of bytes of the file as a packed byte array. Returns the next length. But does it have the same limitations of not being able to look outside the scope of Let's double check one more time. I just remembered that I've done this before. Okay. Resource format image loader. There's image load. Is this what you're talking about? I don't remember exactly how. Okay, no problem. Native image data type. So we have image, and then we have image load. Maybe this will work. Loads an image from the path for a list of supported. Warning, this message should only be used in the editor or in cases when you need to load external images at runtime, such as image located in the user directory. May not work in exported projects. And may not work in exported projects. See also image texture for usage examples. Image load from file. Load. Texture load. Why the hell is load not working? Returns a resource from the file system. So it wants this. That's why I think I need to be here. But let me just go down the line here again one more time. Right, and I'm trying to get something in the OS's file system. And that's what's, let's go back over here one more time where I was looking at the file system stores resources on a disk, anything from a script to a PNG, blah, blah, blah. The Godot file system avoids using metadata files. Existing asset managers and VCSs are better than anything we can implement. So Godot tries its best to play along with. Oh, this is for Godot only supports / as a path delimiter. This is best for portability reasons. When accessing resources using a host OS file system, layout can be cumbersome and non-portable. To solve this problem, the special res was created. The path res will always point to the project root. The file system is read-only. User path. Host file system. Alternatively, host file system paths can be used, but this is not recommended for a release product, as these paths are not guaranteed to work on all platforms. However, using host file system paths can be useful when writing development tools in Godot, which is kind of what I'm doing here. Drawbacks. There's some drawbacks to this file system design. The first issue is moving assets around, renaming them, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so if we get the file here, what we could do is loop around, and we can get, we could create a loop and just continuously get the buffer from the file and then set the buffer to the file on the user on the other side, right? Stores a given array of bytes in the file. See, what my concern is this additive. So the thing is, PNG files in the project are imported, right? But we need to get the PNG into the user folder so that we can then use it the way that we would like to. Use image load from file. Okay, so that's one way we can get it. Let's try it. So, should work. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me. This is the nuts and bolts of famous last words. Isn't it? Image load from file. So we'll try that. Also, image does not equal texture. Okay. I got you. So then we don't necessarily want to do this. But what we will do is we'll pass right here. We just want to make sure we get here. So, before assigning it. Okay, sounds good. All right. So, there we go. I don't know why it took me so long to think to do that. I'm a silly, silly boy. So file path, file exists, so we continue on. We're now going to set a new sprite sheet, and we didn't. It's null. Load from path. Creates a new image and loads data from the specified file. So, we're going to go back to this. And do you see an error message in the debugger? Negative. We just got our standard stack. Here, let's reload it and make sure the number never increases while we're doing this. We're at 6. We step through. And file exists, true. New sprite sheet, null. Get path. Returns the path as a string from the current open file. Get real. Returns the next bit from the file's floating point. Get the file's cursor position. Ah, that's what we need. So we need to set... Can we do that? Seek. This is what we do. Changes the file reading writing cursor to the specified position. Changes the file reading writing cursor to the specified position. It's a okay. Flush. Returns true if the file cursor has already read past the end of the file. Get position is greater than get length. Get length. Returns the size of the file in bytes. Okay. So if we have the number of bytes, then we can get the length. So we can get a certain amount of the buffer, the whole buffer, and then we can just put that in the other file. My concern is if the file size shrinks or increases. I don't know anything about this crap. So if we... Is there a limit? No. Okay. Packed byte array, and then we can set it store buffer packed byte array. Okay. So let's just try this idea. dir access copy. Is that yeah, I'd love if we could do that. This is all new to me. This world of file access and whatnot. I need to download a local copy of the Godot docs. The site gets so slow sometimes. There we go. That's all I'm trying to do is just get this damn thing where I want it so I can use it. All right. So, oops. Dir access can do file dir exists, file exists, string path. Returns whether or not the target file exists. The argument can be relative to the current directory. Dir access open. File exists, string path. The argument can be all right, we're going to use file access exists because that's fine. We don't have any problems with that. Then we're going to do dir access copy. And this appears to be static as well. Is this static? It's ref counted. Can't be instantiated directly. Created with a static method. From and to. Copies from and to the destination. Okay, so this is going to get easier. If exists, then we just go like this. We say dir from file path to user : / or is it user //? Oh god, I can't even remember. Is it user? I can't even remember. Sprites. Sheet.png. All right. Non-static function copy. So we need to open, I guess. Copies the from file to the to destination. Do we have to open anything in order for us to... It's a non-static. Why is it a non-static if it's doing two different... It's not even talking about... Copy absolute. Static version. Only absolute paths. Okay. Okay, so Let's run it again. Imports. And let's also open up the app user data bump set spike. So it should show up in here if this works. So we're going to step through. And file exists. We're good. And we didn't do it. Ah! We did. Ah! Let's go. All right. That was my entire stream today. Not really, but it feels like it. My God. That was a better Mario than what's his name, huh? Okay. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. Okay, so we learned some things though. So now there's a lot of little interface things that we're gonna need to build to do this the way I want to do it. Point being, we've now been able to move the sprite file over into here. Right. Yeah, it's really loose right now. So let's do some work here. Const. We're gonna say sprite name, and this is gonna be sprite sheet.png. Yeah, and then so then if we go is there a way I can edit this without having to recreate it? I don't think so. Set the properties in the inspector. Well, but so what I don't like about this is this. I can't browse. Am I missing something here? Like, there's no browse. Oh my God. That's the problem. Okay. It was hidden away. So I did some of this for naught. Okay, here we go. Way better. Okay. You have to show it. Yeah, I got that. Okay. Okay, so this is workable. So now we can the import button itself. So we'll move some things around. And the import button will pop this up. And then based on what they browse and find, we can filter the list to just PNGs in this. And then when we do hit this button will say import, and when we choose that, then all those checks and everything, or the stuff that we wrote before, that's where that'll happen. Right. Yeah. Bottom right of the panel. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll just do, we'll make the so this will say browse, and then import will be grayed out. Wow, that doesn't look right now. We'll gray import out until it has a good path. But we could also fire the import just as soon as you browse and find it. So it could just say import anyways, and it would still be okay. It would be destructive. So that's another thing to consider. Dinner in tin. Okay. All right. Dinner in tin. 9. Let's see. It does look like Els is live. Well, we don't know what to... probably more like 15. Okay. We don't know things about the file until we get them. So I say this is a good stopping point for tonight. I'm going to be working on this stuff at night as well, off stream. Why are we taking up the entire window? Don't know. That was fascinating. Fascinating. It's because of it's because I didn't run it like this. But we'll continue this quest tomorrow. So we're gonna bring the file in. Then it'll be something that the each row of the sprites sheet will be for one animation type, and then we'll make it so that the actual volleyball game that we're playing right now is using this method of loading. So we'll give it our own custom sprite sheet for it. And then we'll get the game loading that custom sprite sheet in, and then then that should be it. So I'm about to head out. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Els, which is a tradition on Fridays, Thursdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. So much love to everybody out there. Shout out to Mariano, and always with the help. I appreciate it. One more shout out to Mariano. Shout out if I can get a shout out in before I have to go. Shout out to Devereaux, always here to support with his sassy, just the sassiest German guy I know. But anyways, did that shout out override the raid for me? Is that what's happening? I don't know. How do I view all too? There's the raid. And the cooldown period. I have to wait for the cooldown period. I'm going to keep trying. And I guess I should let's get Els going here. So Els Dragoon, they're working on an ES game together. He and a friend. It's a legit NES game. They're playing it on the NES. It uses the zapper, the controller, and Rob the Robot. So if you want to see that, check out his stream. He's partnered, so he's got commercials. Fancy schmancy. All right, guys. Much love. See you guys tomorrow. Shout out to Dev. It still won't let me do it. I'm sorry, Dev. Bye.